Saundra completed his mission. Yeah. And I'm for real niggas.
Don't forget about that night, bro.
I didn't get out that night, bro. I didn't get out that 7 boy. They came up in that third wall. I know your man was telling you they was the I know niggas out that 9 wall. I know niggas out that 7 in that 4 together case. Nigga came up in that third wall. Magnolia Milk, Cali, yo, they was the shit. Now they dead. Shit, well, niggas show you how to ball.
Hey, this is dude on Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. We back on episode 2 of Hanging in the Jets with NoliaBoy, Zack. But look, before we get the show started, I got to get my guy in. So look, we gonna bang the doors down, ring the alarm, and get our guy on his own. NoliaBoy, Zack in the building. What's that, buddy?
What's that with you, my nigga?
It's cool. You know, I had to sauce it up from the first episode to this one. You know what I'm saying? I see it with the Dwayne Wayne, you know, flip up like that. Like, hello. I like that.
Yeah, you know, you gotta be different sometimes. I like to be different. Nothing wrong with you.
You know, talking about being different, man. You know, hey, that's one thing you used to being doing. You coming from the Jets, you coming from the Nolia, you got the name NoliaBoy, Zack. You know, you is different, man. Your music different, everything. So, you know, tell us what's going on. You got something new popping, like, you know, what's going on in your life right now?
Nah, I'm just schooling, you heard me? Messing with this music, you know what I'm saying? Doing things to stay focused, you know what I'm saying? Trying to stay motivated. Surround myself around people that's motivated and can motivate. You know how the game goes.
Right. Ring the alarm. Bam. That's the biggest thing. Stay motivated, get motivated, and be around people that's motivated. So, you know, just like the first episode, we're going to keep this thing going. You know what I mean? Like, so what's the difference between kids nowadays and kids in the Jets? You know, the first episode, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was like all these kids want to be inside playing Apex, Fortnite, and you know, ain't nobody outside playing, you know, getting stuffed up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody playing curb, ain't nobody playing 3 cans. They inside playing Call of Duty, man. So what's, you know, tell us something else. What's another thing that's different between kids back then and kids now?
Well, I know one thing I noticed. People don't
represent. My fault.
Right. Well, you know how you go. People don't represent unity. You feel me? People don't know what it is to have unity these days. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, back then you used to know when the Magnolia coming through. You used to know when the St. Thomas coming through. You used to know when the Calio coming through. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you don't see that these days. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I don't know, maybe it was more about, you know, how you go.
Facts, you know, like, you know, and that's one thing, you know, he must living outside the Jets, you know what I'm saying? Like, you start to see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, it's called a G code, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, you know, we used to have a G code. Now, you know what I'm saying? They almost had that, you know what I'm saying? Just like everybody willing to live, like the Wild West, like you say, you know what I'm saying? It's just everybody for themselves, man. Like, it's crazy, you know, so I understand that. Ain't
nothing wrong, you know, representing loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying? You know, respecting somebody that's doing something right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with doing right. Huh?
You're right about that. Dallas Mavericks, Dirk Nowitzki, he said it the first time. He was like, there's no loyalty anymore. Everyone's chasing a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what happens when you chase fool's gold, when you chase money, man. You know, so you're right about that. You know, but so I'm gonna ask you this. So you think the Jets represent loyalty? I mean, unity? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, explain that. How the Jets cultivated, you know what I'm saying? How did they make unity?
You know, it's about coming together, keeping it real with each other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All that, you know. We had older people around us that was telling us right. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had, you know, older people around us that, you know how the game go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying they don't have that now, just, you know, we know what it is to be loyal, to keep it real with each other.
Facts. I'm gonna tell you, like, when I was young, you know, being in the Jets, you know, you much didn't know you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be crazy because it's like I might have some Kool-Aid packets, but I don't have no sugar. So I knock on the door. They be like, go knock on the hallway door, boom, 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 and get some sugar. And it was all love. You know what I'm saying? So like, I see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that out in the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You might get shot. But it was like the person right across the hallway from me was family. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I like that. I like that. So, we got we got one of your upcoming, one of your projects that we about to play, the video Senseless Crime, man. So tell us a little feedback, like what motivated you to do that? Like, tell us something about that, man.
It's like most of the time when things happen, it'd be like, senseless. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that we lost, most of the people that got killed, you know what I'm saying, or most of the people that's in situations, it's something that we could come up with a conclusion about. You know what I'm saying? But most of the crimes that happen is just be senseless. Like it don't make you know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying?
Right. It's just like, it's always something that really don't make any sense. It's like, that, you might stepped on my shoe, you know what I'm saying? Type of stuff. Like, like, man, my bad. I ain't gonna do that. Now you didn't shot at me or we didn't fall in because it's senseless. So, like people don't understand like how mistakes and all this stuff, regular everyday life can lead into senseless crime like that, man. So, introduce our next song. Let's put it on blast. Tell us, introduce your next song coming up.
Senseless Crime. NoliaBoy Zack, you know what I'm saying? Featuring Michael Orleans and Slide. You know, shout out to them.
Yeah. Come. Yeah. Slide. I shot him at his cheekbone. If his jaw hanging stuck to his iPhone. If it's caught on the flat at the car wash. Hesitate at the line, that's a false start. Niggas cock whip slower than a golf cart. Don't beef with your fam at the ballpark. I don't fuck with y'all, bite them a bull shark. I don't bluff with y'all, bang ya a bull guard. And Betsy a shot at a flip board. Holla, they let me out, you know good boy. Bustin' up, though we messes the flip board. My background is not history, good blood. I fuck hookers in Cali and Florida. Left my dick on your bitch one is good boy. Just so loud through the pressure shit Harlem. Put her into the same block you stood on. Why they play till he shot somebody? How the fuck you feel like he ain't bout it? Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime. Guess cause he quiet, he ain't solid. Cause he don't stunt, he ain't got it. Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime. Why they play till he shot somebody? How the fuck you feel like he ain't bout it? Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime. Guess cause he quiet, he ain't solid. Cause he don't stunt, he ain't got it. Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime.
Young slide, do or die, and I'm back on the block. Click type boy to my heartbeat stop. You better stop the beat before I get hot. Paramedics coming, you ain't got no top. DSA, CTB, got a beef with them if you beef with me. Drove boy to the bar, DIE, in the back of the stock is where you can find me. Feeling all black, smoking all that. Numbers still the same, hoes still call that. Nothing really changed, but the money in the fan, getting money in the fan. Hitters better fall back, you really fall back, whatever you call that. Carry them tall gas, that will leave you all flat. Come know where you at, attire is all black. One strap, one tap, leave your brains on your lap. I'm still an animal, night walk, desire born. If you don't know me, call me Sean. This young slide, let's get it on. We niggas, we can't be broken. If I'm still breathing, I'm probably smoking. Here's some advice, whoa, just a little token. You don't want to see the ammunition, I'm told.
He shot somebody. How the fuck you feel like he ain't bout it? Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime. Guess cause he quiet, he ain't solid. Cause he don't stunt, he ain't got it. Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime. Why they play till he shot somebody? How the fuck you feel like he ain't bout it? Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime. Guess cause he quiet, he ain't solid. Cause he don't stunt, he ain't got it. Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime.
I'ma have to show a nigga this time. It's not never happy taking hella risk now. You see, dude with the beard like he is lime. About to take over the game, it's assist time. Mike, show them all what it be like. Fuck them all, let them try to ball in the street light. They can bleed, try to dance in the street light. They can lead, if it's not a branch on a tree like who? And stop making gun when they made yours, boy, cause I keep like two. Every time at the club at the door, I'ma get to my hoe, she gon' ease right through. Every nigga with me on the worst agenda. I don't really rock with any first offenders. Some days, some gone to November. Rest in peace, soldier, shout out Linda. I'll be a lie if I say that I really had shooter, but I know some niggas are right. Triple OG niggas that every know I be coolin' and that I'm the realest alive. I just look like this, I just look like this, yeah. I just look like this, I just look like this. I'm a people that positive do it, don't come with that foolishness and know me killing my vibe. Don't try to come with that bucking the nigga, it's up there if I start revealing that side. I just look like this, I just look like this, yeah. I just look like this, I just look like this.
Why they play till he shot somebody? How the fuck you feel like he ain't bout it? Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime. Guess cause he quiet, he ain't solid. Cause he don't stunt, he ain't got it. Why they couldn't go the other way? Had to stay and see another senseless crime.
Bam, and just like that, we back with more Hanging in the Jets with NoliaBoy, Zack. You know, just came off air was Senseless Crimes, man. So what's up with that? What's up?
Man, you already know, bro. Most of the things just be talked about, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. You hear me? That's all I gotta say about that. It's simple. Necessity. It don't make no sense. You hear me?
Facts. So, man, you know what? One thing about Hanging in the Jets, like, you know, we always talk about the, you know, the new shit, the stuff that the hood shit, but we have people that special guests, man. So tonight, man, we got a really big, really good special guest. Way out hanging out with us out in Florida, man. Like, who we got hanging out with us?
Man, Miss Rasberry, man. She's a friend of mine. She's someone, you heard me, lead teacher, somebody, you know what I'm saying? I know it's a good, you know, role model for these young women these days. You know what I'm saying? And she worked at the Pensacola Navy Air Base. You know what I'm saying? Been there for 30 years. Experience with the military. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna explain why. You know what I'm saying? The ins and out about it. You know what I'm saying? Why some choose to join and why some may choose not. We're gonna talk about it.
Oh, wait, okay. So look, hold up, man. We got a lot of, you know, good topics, and she's gonna drop some nuggets. But you know, we enough talking about her. Let's get her on the show. What's that? How's it going, Miss Rasberry?
Hello, glad to join you too.
How you doing, Miss Rasberry?
I'm doing okay. I'm enjoying listening to everything y'all talking about, and I love that.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Appreciate that. You know, I'm not used to hearing, you know, people listen to what I'm saying. I just talking to the mirror, to the camera a lot. So I appreciate you listening. But
Yeah.
so, you know, we just played Zack, you know, one of Zack, his videos, Senseless Crime. So what do you think about his video before we get into the interview?
Well, senseless crime, it is a lot of senseless crime, and it's overwhelming because it is just like what he said, it's senseless. And you see it every day. And it's like it's not stopping, you know. And it's like, what can we do about it to make it better, to make it stop? And you know, and then I have a fear with a lot of our young men. We losing a lot of our young men, and then we got to teach them too how to talk, how to speak. If they get pulled over by the cops, how to react, because for every action, you know, there's a reaction. So you have to talk to your men. You can't be their friends. And even I can speak for myself, because with my son, when he went away to college, I was very fearful. I didn't want him to go because I was scared, because he was going to get influenced by the wrong person, or he going to get pulled over because he's black, what kind of car he's driving. We didn't have to worry about that kind of stuff back in the day. You know,
back in the days where everyone had rode a horse to school, or what are you talking about? Tell about these days back in the day.
We used to walk to school. We didn't have a car. We didn't have a phone.
Wow.
We walked like 7 or 8 miles to school, and we got to school on time, and we did our work. And then
wait, pause there. So rewind, play. You said got to school on time. There's kids with cars that stay across the street these days that can't get to school on time. So wow.
It's always was a black widow.
Different back in those days. That's different values. Wow.
It's a different generation.
That's a big nugget right there. Wow.
Yeah, it's a different generation, and a lot of them don't want to go to school and get an education. So a lot of them get caught up with the social media, and that's what I look at. You know,
Instagram stars like, hey, wait, no, it's the duck lips for me that be when they be trying to be cute with the. I can't think of it, but yeah, it's the social media.
They're not to school. They, like I said, they just caught up with social media. They into the clothes. They want to know, you know, what they want to wear the first day of school. They not into the books. They're not even worried about that part. They're not. How
y'all was raised, like back in the days, right? Would you think the internet would have helped y'all? The social media would have helped y'all, or it would have?
I don't feel like the social media would have helped us. Back in the day, we was taught.
This is how y'all was raised.
How we was raised. Our grandparents play. You know, we had to read. We had to do our homework. And to this day, I do a lot of reading still.
No one reads. I'm a big proponent of reading. I said, Say it. Can you say it? I'm sorry. Could you repeat that again, baby? I didn't hear you. What you do?
I do a lot of reading, day and night. I read a lot. And nobody want to read these days. They only want to do their homework.
And it's
And
crazy.
then, yeah. So I'm you know, I tell my kids all the time, and I tell everybody else too, I'm old school. And my mother and my grandmother, they were not friends. You had a real mother and a real grandmother, but the young ladies today, they want to be their kids' friends. So when they get ready to try to chastise them, they can't, because they want to be their friends. You can't be your kids' friends.
I'll tell you the funniest thing to that point. You know, like when I was teaching at Valina C. Jones in New Orleans, Louisiana, I had this parent, and the weirdest thing that this parent did, this parent put the food for this kid on the floor. I'm like, what is going on here? The mother said, my son likes to eat his food off the floor. I was no more good. I was like, so you're conforming to a bad behavior. So to your point, yes, they care about how, you know, these parents care about how they look to their kids. You know, they want to be their friends. So yeah, absolutely.
I do realize though that parents that do be friends with their kids, like, you know, they do be more open and do like let them know more. I noticed that though. You know what I'm saying? So I can see the parents using it to their advantage.
Open, but you still got to be that parent too. You got to separate the two. And some of them don't know how to do that.
Yep.
Hey, hold on, wait, you dropping this old school, like where you from, the down south, up north, like, what is some Pensacola, like what?
From the south, I am old school, and I say that every day to my kids and my grandkids. I am old school, and they, Granny, we know you old school, and that's right. I'm old school. I make sure to get in those books,
right,
and I make sure they study, and before darkness, before the lights go out. Oh, that light better not catch you, because you're supposed to be in the house. You're going to be in the house. And when you get out of school, where are your books? Where are they? You got homework. So you can't tell me you don't have homework, because you got homework. So I'm going to make sure they do that first.
You sound like my grandma would see, because that one, like, if the street lights beat us, she'll stand in the doorway talking about, come inside. And we'll try and run in, she'll and she'll just beat us up. So, with all of this going on, you're from Pensacola, got a lot of rich culture out there. So where did you get some of your motivation from, this strength? Where did you get that from?
Well, I got it from my sister. To be honest with you, I come from a very large family. My mom had 18 kids, and you couldn't believe that or not, 18 kids. But my sister raised 11 of us. None of us never got a record. None of us never went to jail. None of us, we was just raised up to work, go to school, and be the best that you can be. And I can say with 11 kids, sisters and brothers, none of us never got a record. And I'm not down to anybody, but that's the way we was brought up. We had to help each other, and we had to do our work. You couldn't go outside unless you finish your homework. And then, yes, the street light couldn't catch you. We didn't go visit a lot. We couldn't even go to nobody's house, because my parents, they were strict. They were strict. So I said today it paid off, because the way I am today, I went to college. I went to cosmetology school. I've been working for the government for 31 years, and I love what I do. And I make a decent living. I have a decent life. So I ingrained that in my kids, and I ingrained that in my grandkids. You got to work for it. If you want it bad enough, you got to want it in order to get it. So you got to work for it. So I tell them the same thing with my son. My son worked. I didn't have to pay a penny for my son for college. He bought his own car. He paid for his school. So I try to instill that in them. Wow. The same thing that was instilled in me. Now, when he went out to college, I was scared, because I was scared he's going to get with a wrong crowd, and somebody was going to try to influence him in a way that I didn't want him to go.
So you didn't have to worry about that. He's grandfam, right? Grambling.
He's grounded. He's grounded. Yes. So he's grounded. So don't worry about that. So he's in the church. He teaches a Bible study to the kids. He do a lot of things with the communal for us, with the Salvation Army. He will go and help out there. And every time I turned around at first, I was like, dang, Darius, you do one thing, and then you got something else going on. But it was positive. He was helping the community. He was helping the kids. He was in the band. He was just doing so much, and he's still doing it. He's still doing it. He go to church every Sunday. Even if one day I don't feel like going to church, and he'll tell me, he said, "No, Mom, you know what Pastor said? Come on, you got to go to church." I said, "Boo, I'm going." So that is instilled in my son.
Wow.
And I'm proud of him. He's
good you're teaching them to be a doer, because especially nowadays, church is nothing more than www.church.com. It's online. So that is great that you show that you ingrain him the true essence of work and earning and getting results for what you do. So wow.
So he got his master's degree now. He's going for his master's. So and during the summer, when he had a break during the summer, he didn't take a summer break. He just went all the way through. So, and he's still doing his thing. And I'm not worried about that. He's grounded. He's working and going to school at the same time.
And
he's been doing
like that. He's a Grambling alumni, so Grambling University, we produce very good, citizens, contributing citizens of, just want to put that out.
Yes. He made newspaper 4 times, so I'm gonna brag about him. So he made the newspaper 4 times. He had wrote up some stuff for them, and then we were surprised because one of the professors called him back, and they needed his help to write up something for them, and he did that for them. Yes.
And I'm just saying, you digging your son a big hole, because I got a lot of stuff to write up. I need written up. So I got some work to give him. So
Oh, he interested. I already told him about you, and he's gonna give you a call.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get it going. So man, that's pretty good. Like, so it seems like he keeps you busy, and you keep yourself busy.
He keeps himself busy. He do. And he bought his first car. He paid for himself. And now he's buying his second car. When he graduated and got his bachelor's degree, he bought him a Camaro. That was his graduation present to himself. And he did that. Not me. He did it.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, it's good that you come, pay respect, come to the Jets, share your story, what I'm saying? Let us know what's up. And, and you work in a Pensacola gas station, so I was wondering, what I'm saying? Like,
well, you got to be a leader, and I'm a leader. I'm not a follower.
Right.
I'm a leader, and I teach my kids to lead too. Don't be a follower, be a leader.
And that's good. That's one of the questions. So, and you firmly said that, like you can tell, you have a military background. Not to say you're militant, but you have, militant characteristics that, you can stand firm, by yourself. So, what are some of the stigmas of women in leadership that you had to overcome?
Well, that we have to overcome is the male dominant, because males are intimidated by women. Y'all are intimidated by us. I see it every day.
That's true.
Yes. So we have to work harder. We do. And with me working around admirals and sergeants and XOCO, the CMC, I can call them all out every day.
Wow.
And when they come to see me and they ask for Mrs. Rasberry, not all of them, but some of them, you can see that the face expression change, because I'm walking out and I'm a female. They looking for a male. You can tell it, you can see it. But I don't let that intimidate me. I know my job.
You gotta be a weak bitch ass nigga to be hating on a woman. All the things
they do.
Everything a man can be strong about. Everything a man would be strong about. Why it gotta be because a woman is trying to have his side or have his back, join him in the battle. However it goes.
You know what? I teach them though. They learn from me too. But I don't know everything. But like I told them, I learned from them too. But when it comes to my boss, I teach my boss. He comes to me. And, I know my job. I learn my job, but I learn your job too. But you may not be knowing that, but I'm going to learn your job too. So when you kind of move out the way, then I'm going to kind of go up and get up in there, and I'm going to get your job.
And get up in there.
You got a lot about you.
I'm multitasking.
You got a lot about you that I tilt my hat to. You hear me? As you being the supervisor over 8,000 military students. Check.
8,000 military students, 17 buildings. The building I work in is a 6-story building. which housed 880 students. Yes. So with the whole base Naval Air Station, we unaccompanied housing. And then with the students, even though they, fleet returnees, they just coming from home, they need somebody to talk to. So I'm like a mother to them too, because they get lonely, they be down. Some of them say they want to come in the military, and then some of them feel like they don't want to be there. Now the military, it's good, but the military is not for everybody. But when you come into the military, it's just like you signing in, to the military with a blank check. But you're giving your life to the military.
Okay, don't drop all the nuggets, because we're gonna be taking a break real soon. So just give a little few for we take a quick break. Just drop one nugget for them, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
What you was about to say about the military? It ain't for everyone, but finish up.
No, it's not for everyone. The military is not for everybody.
You gotta be dope for that, huh?
That's it. So look, we're gonna be back more hanging in the desk with Zack, NoliaBoy Zack, and we gonna have Miss Rasberry drop some nuggets.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tamara Moore, former WNBA guard and current head coach at Mesabi Range College. I want to give a big shout out to STWF Media, the big brand, for showing love and always being about those good sports. Make sure you guys show them love. You and your community can join them every week to talk about sports. Shouts out to them, and make sure you check them out.
Hey, check us out. We back with more Hanging in the Jets with NoliaBoy Zack and special guest Miss Rasberry. She's about to drop these nuggets about
Rasberry
to get into this system. So we got some nuggets. We about to get back in. The seat with you. So tell us more about what it takes.
Right.
What it takes to be in the military. Like I was looking at some things where it says like some people they signing up. They feel like they signing up into going to military for the war. You're not signing up to go to war. It's a lot of different reasons why people sign up to go into the military. It's for education. It's for medical, a better life for yourself, for your family. It's a lot of reasons why people go into the military and join the military. So yes, education. You get free education. All of that is paid.
One thing that you said that really stood out, medical. Because like me, I don't, if Jesus himself ain't on my bed, telling me, Ivy, get your ass to the hospital, I'm not going. So I think that's something that's lacking in our, in our culture. The fact to medical, access to medicine. You know what I'm saying? So you must get a primary physician, because I'm 40 plus years old and I still don't have a primary physician, because I think, I wasn't taught that. So that's a very good point you made right there about medical, just alone medical.
Yeah. I mean, military take care of you. They do. They take care of the medical. They take care of, making sure you have room and board, making sure you have a place to stay. It's just like coming to me unaccompanied housing. They don't have to do anything. We take care of them. We provide everything they need. They don't have to worry about a bill. They don't have to worry about a payment. And then even when they get out the military, they still taken care of for the rest of their life with medical. They have benefits. So,
but
whatever.
It's crazy because coming up, me coming up, I always see like a lot of homeless people and a lot of people that's hurting and fighting for stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they be like coming from the military, and it seems like be like, damn, why they ain't helping these people? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it makes it look like you go to war, or whatever, or you go to the military to come back. And like you say, everybody don't go to war. Everybody don't go to war. No. Everybody don't know that. People don't know that. I feel like
some of those, some of those positions, some of those roles, those arterial roles, roles besides going to war, because everyone knows the infantry, 4th Infantry, or this. But what other careers or career path that you can take in the military besides going to war?
Well, when you go into the military, it's just not going to war. It's education. A lot of people go in the military for different reasons. You may not know a person have a financial problem, so they feel like they can go into the military, and the military take care of all that, and that is true. And then they may want to go in the military, just like I said, for the medical part, or then they may want to go into the military because they want a better life for themselves. And you know, you can't get that. And even though they go in the military, now don't get me wrong, the military is not perfect. Just like with social media, it's a gap in there. They still deal with that too. Like you said, the vets, they go in the military and they get hurt, and then they trying to get different benefits and percentage because you know either they 40% or they 100%, and they're well taken care of. It's just some people just get caught up, and you got to you know you got to fight. You got to keep going. Some people give up. But you can't give up. You got to keep going. You got to keep pressing. So that's the way I look at it, because I deal with it all the time. I see it every day. And I even talk to some of the young students, and they like, well, Miss Rasberry, I'm tired. You know, I'm just going to get out the military. Why are you going to get out the military? Then you giving up on yourself. Don't do that. Nothing is easy. Even if you not in the military, if you just living a regular life, you still got to press your way. But how bad do you want it? You got to want it. Nothing's going to come easy to none of us, even me. You have to fight every day. I didn't go to school for nothing. I didn't go to college for nothing. And then even with me, nobody know that I worked at the funeral home for 25 years. I went to cosmetology school. So I went to do the live, but I do the dead also. I work on call for Joe Morris Funeral Home.
That's money right there. I mean, because you say cosmetology, so you do the makeup for the dead and dress them up. Like that is, see, that's another way. Like you said, people just so stuck on a linear view of a career path. Oh, I go to get my cosmetology license. Like you said, I have to work on a living. You know, but hey, there's still money to be made, like you say, in the dead. So that is a great nugget right there. So just wanted to call that out, man.
Yeah. Okay. So it's what you want. So like I said, the sky's the limit. And then I also have my license for I do weddings. So I'm a wedding coordinator. So I have that also. And then being on base for 31 years, and people say, well, how do you do that? You on base, and I deal with all those students, and then I deal with 13 employees. And then I do weddings, and I coordinate weddings. And then I'm on call with the funeral home. It's because it's ingrained in me. I love what I do. It's a passion. You got to love to do what you do. If you don't love doing what you do, you're not going to do it. It got to be what you want. So that's what I want. So I don't have no problem doing it. I don't get tired in it. I have fun with doing my job every day.
I like that. So, here, I enjoy what we do here, but, we definitely got to take one more last break before we let you go, before we end this show. But we're going to be back with more of Hanging in the Jets with NoliaBoy, Zack. Y'all sit back.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Brew here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
And we back with more of Hanging in the Jets with NoliaBoy, Zack. We got special guest, Miss Rasberry, who just been dropping nuggets like, man, it's like, let's get it. So we on the last segment. So, man, like, I don't even know what to say next. Like, wow, I don't even know what to ask you next.
I know what to say next. This is interesting, you know what I'm saying? For a woman to have so many things going on. But I was wondering about, me coming from where I come from, you know what I'm saying? And you know a lot about, New Orleans and a lot about what goes on, you know what I'm saying? And do you believe like the military save lives for some people?
Yes. They do. They do save lives. It's a lot of kids that could have been up in the streets and went in the wrong direction and could be gone today. But they do save lives. They do.
I agree because, sometimes, in some cities, in some courts, the military work to, in conjunction with the courts because, in juvenile courts, some systems, they will give an alternative like, hey, it was either you can serve this time or you can join the military. So, in that regard, it definitely.
I wonder why they don't do that. Like, I wonder why, taxpayers spending their money on people in jail. Like, why they don't send You know, people that's in jail, do they have a choice? Even if people take it to their advantage, they're still fighting for the country, right? You know what I'm saying? For the country. And like you said, everybody don't go to war. You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't.
And one thing you said about what make it, you said one time I heard you say about like I feel like they like, you know, set apart like who they accept, like certain things you can't do being in the military. And that's what it set it apart.
Like stereotyping, because for people in the streets, like you said, people that have been in prison. So it's like if you've been in prison or if you got all these tattoos on your neck and arm, you know, they look at all that. It's like some people they stereotype, they do. But
if you got pretty much join the military, right?
Yes.
With a record, you could not join the military, right?
No, they're not. They're gonna. You can't join. If you have a record, you can't join. But you know that's something deep that comes from the government. You know, I can't tell you why, but you know, every time I don't have an answer for somebody, I find out. But no, if you have a record, you can't. And I had a friend, her son, he's in the military now, but at that time he wanted to join. They wouldn't let him because he had tattoos on his arms and one on his neck. In order for him to go into the military, he had to have that removed. And he did have it removed. And once he had that removed, then they was able to let him go in because they didn't want all of that showing, I guess, when they're in their uniforms. But you do have some with, with tattoos, but they under the uniform. As long as they can't see them, then they don't have no problem with you having tattoos.
But I did get some good things out there.
They have a lot of different rules in the military, a lot of different rules.
And you know, the good thing about it is, you know, that you have a lot of benefits. And then when it comes to medical, you have a lot of benefits.
Yeah, you have a lot of benefits.
But some parents may feel like, the minority may feel like they're losing their child to another system by letting them join the military. And,
but you always have the recruiters too. Even though kids done something, the best thing I can tell you to do is get with a recruiter and let that parent talk to that recruiter first, because even though that child got a record, it depends on what they have done. They still may be able to go into the military. So just because you got a record don't mean you can't go in. It just depends on what you have done. And you do have recruiters that work really hard for you to get you in the military and try to get you and guide you in the right direction.
I'm gonna think about the least thing that you could have done. What about selling drugs? Will selling drugs get you? Like
I can say if selling drugs would get you. I can say get with a recruiter and talk to a recruiter. And those recruiters, I'm being honest, they work really hard because they know everybody make mistakes and they like to see your life be turned around. So just because you sold drugs, I can't say that would stop you from going into the military.
Right.
Because they work with a lot of people every day, and they do. And I knew one, he was a CMC, and he's gone to Hawaii, and he worked really hard with our young boys, trying to get them into the military, going out to the family houses and having them coming in there. He did all of that, and he was one of the ones that had the guy to have the tattoos removed so he can go into the military, and he got him in.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ain't saying that wrong, because they got people out there like 40, 50 years old, and they still struggling to make it just to get a house and just to get all that. And you could join the military and get all that going on well. Because back in the days, the first thing people think about, as long as you join, anytime a big war start off, they coming to knock on your door. As long as you're a part of them, you know what I'm saying? But
that was back in the day.
I mean, that still might be true.
that have changed. All of that have changed now. Yeah, they don't do that no more. It have changed.
So no more Cassius Clay, no more sign up, no recruiting. Sign up here for the military, for the war.
Well, they still trying to get people to sign up. Yeah, they still coming in now. We got a lot of troops. They come in 300-400. At a time.
Y'all got cooks
every day.
Y'all got cooks in the military, right?
We have who?
Cooks, like cooks.
Oh yeah, you got cooks. You got all of that in the military.
Yeah. Like the cooks. I don't need them knocking on my door telling me, well, the big war store, it's time to go to war. I can see it right now. Nigga, I cook.
Hey, but even though you cook, they'll need you cooking over there because they still got to eat.
In the midst of the war, huh? Yeah.
Still got you. So,
They
man, folks,
still got to
get
eat.
ready to wrap things up. Any shout outs? Like any shout outs you want to give this Rasberry?
I want to know, thank you for coming to the Jets. You know what I mean? The teach, reach, and lead. You know what I'm saying? You sure taught me something. You know what I'm saying? And you made me understand, like, it's way bigger than just fighting for a president or fighting for this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's really something that could like help some young people. You know what I'm saying? Like, get
Yes.
ahead, a little extra boost. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And,
And they
appreciate you
are doing it.
for real.
They are doing it.
And I appreciate you coming down, explaining that. You know what I'm saying? And if they ever ask you was chilling in the Jets with who?
Know your boy Zack. I got it down pat.
Yeah.
You had to get you on the sound bite for that one, but definitely you want to give a shout. You want to give a shout out before we let you go? Miss Rasberry, you want to give any shout out before we let you go?
Yeah.
You got the mic. Shoot away.
What? Who talking to who? To Zack?
I just don't know. I just thought you had any shout outs to anyone that anybody like, hey, shout out to your son.
Yeah. Shout out to my son Darius Wainwright, and he's gonna be getting in touch with you too.
Hey, shout out.
I would like to talk to my son.
Can't forget about Grambling. You hear me? Grambling.
But he said today he wanted to talk to him today, so I told him I was going to mention it to him. Yeah, so he'll be calling him.
It's up there. But hey,
I appreciate everything.
For supporting the brand. Y'all see me sporting the ugly sweater because we got the ugly sweater and casino party this Saturday is up there. Join us in person or join us online. Got New Orleans legendary DJ Money Fresh, so it's up there. Definitely a shout out. Catch us on Spotify, Apple iTunes, all the platforms is up there. SCWF Media Sports Talk. Till next time. Sign us off there, NoliaBoy Zack.
Uptown, nigga, what the hell of a swag.
Town niggas completed his mission. Yeah. And I'm for real niggas. Don't forget about that night, bro. I didn't forget about that night, bro. I didn't forget about that seventh whole nigga when they came up in that third wall. Like, know yourself, you gotta do it with the what's up, I know niggas out that night wall. I know niggas out that 7 in that 4 together case. Nigga came up in that third wall.